uGospel.com. I am here with the one and only Bishop. You know, you got to put that emphasis on Bishop.
It's the one and only.
The one and only.
Actually, there are three of them.
Well, yeah, one of the three only.
That's some foolishness, right?
Right.
Man, I actually just left my dad. I was with him yesterday. We're in a conference in Atlanta, and I ran over here to be in Nashville at the Dove Awards, man. My record is nominated for 2 awards, Gospel Worship Recorded Song of the Year, Gospel Worship Recorded Album of the Year. So Settle Here, man, is sweeping across the country, brother. And as we move around, people are singing the songs to me, back to me. And when we raise it up in the room, man, it's like just amazing. So tonight is it's a culmination of all of that. You see all of these artists, and I'm excited tonight about the lines blurring, the gospel lines and the Christian lines blurring, and we just really just being the church tonight, just being the body of Christ. It's amazing, man, and I'm glad to be here.
Please Settle Here. Tell us a little bit about that and how that title came about and what it means to you.
Man, so, you know, we pastor a church in the city of Atlanta.
You know, I used to belong there when I went to Atlanta.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on back. You didn't backslid. No, I'm not. Yeah, man, and so just the hunger of the people who would gather there, so desperate for a move, not just a move, but a manifestation, a demonstration of God's power in our generation. We heard our parents talk about it, we heard our grandmothers talk about it, but we got to a place where we needed it. We needed one. And so God is starting to show himself, like for real, proving himself that he's not just this superhero in the Bible, but he's real and he's present and he's doing stuff. And so that song was birthed out of that hunger. Come on and take your seat. Our burden's at your feet. With you, we can't be beat. Settle here. And so as we raise it up, man, across the country, it's becoming an anthem. And just excited to be a part of this move, man. We're getting ready to release the new single, Same Grace. So keep your eyes and ears out. Man, listen, and after all that I've been through, I got a story to tell you. You know, he wouldn't let the devil consume me because God knew he could use me. And God is no respecter of persons. What he's done for me, he'll do the same for you.
Now, that kind of leads me into my next question that I've been asking everyone all night, especially with your vocal ability and your vocal range and everything. Why gospel music?
Because it's what I was born to do. I wrote a song some years ago that says I was created just to give you all the glory. I was created just to worship and adore you. You are the Son of the living God, Savior of the world. And I know why I'm here. So that was a call of God on my life. I'll be honest with you. When I was in high school, I wanted to be the next Luther Vandross. I didn't know any gospel artists who, actually made a living. And so I said, man, I'm going to do R&B. I'll still serve in my church. I'm going to serve God, love God. But I'm going to make this other kind of music because I loved it and I could make a living and that kind of thing. But once I got in high school and graduated, I really could sense that this was what God called me to do. It wasn't just my vocation, it was my calling. And so here I am, man. Settle Here is my 6th solo record. We produce records for the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. Now we produce the record for my church, Contagious. You can get it on iTunes. We produce records for other artists as well. But this is my 6th solo record, man. So it's what we're called to do. And it's what we're going to keep on doing, man, as long as God gives us the songs to do it.
We are with the Rose of gospel music.
I am with you gospel, y'all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here with you.
How does it feel to be here?
It's wonderful. 50 years, when you think of 50 years, I'm always going back to the Grammys because it was the 50th year that we actually won the Grammys. So that's a milestone. We'll never forget it. But this is really by divine coincidence that God would allow us to come here 50 years, and this being the start of something new for me. My new record is going to be released in 2020, so really excited about that. And of course, the Clark sisters. Got the movie biopic is going to be coming out the first of the year, so it's going to be a really, really great year for the sisters, and also an album is coming out.
What can we expect new with the new project?
Oh, well, the new project, I'm going to be kind of keeping it my little thing that I do. They say if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to do Dorinda. All of the fans, my lovely fans that support me, they want that, so that's what I'm going to give them again. May have just a few little extra little things on there, but it's going to be absolutely wonderful. So Malaco, of course, is a record label now, and so we're trying to gear up, and thanks to James Robinson, because he's worked with me on my I Survived album. So how God pulled this together was just so divinely orchestrated. So I'm really, really happy about that.
One question I've been asking, and I mean, you're a veteran of gospel. I mean, you've supported everyone in gospel. Out of all genres of music that you and the Clark sisters could have done, why gospel music?
Well, because my relationship that I have with God the Father and, of course, His Son Jesus, I mean, it just gives my life a lift every time. And then not only that, but when I'm going through, I know that He can comfort me. And so that's why gospel music is always be a part of the sisters, because our mother, she would be turning over in her grave if she found out we was going to another genre. So, you know, and then gospel is my heart, of course. I'm an evangelist. And, of course, that's just recently got appointed as elect lady of the evangelism department of the Church of God in Christ. And so that's another thing. When you stay faithful to God, He just it never ceases to amaze me what He's going to do next. And so that's what God is doing for me. I got quite a few things going on. Getting ready to get into some more things as it relates to contracts, like something like what you're doing. Not necessarily skincare, but you know, everybody ain't able.
Exactly, and can't have.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I really believe that whatever God's going to give me, He can trust me with it. I will pay my tithes.
Definitely.
And I will give my offerings.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
What's going on, you guys? My name is Maurice Johnson, and I am here at the 50th Annual Dove Awards right here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm standing next to the amazing artist himself, Mr. Evan Craft. How are you tonight?
I'm so good. Having a great time. Thanks, man.
Man, and so you are nominated tonight, right, for the amazing Spanish Song of the Year, correct? Listen, say something in Spanish for us.
Hola.
Hola.
Mi nombre es Evan Craft y soy de Los Ángeles, California, y me gusta la música, me encanta.
Okay. Whatever he just said, that was good. So with you being here tonight, how do you feel? You're nominated. You're here with a lot of great artists. What's going through your head tonight?
Well, it's super cool to see friends that I've made it in Latin America here. Some of my friends won, and I'm so excited for them. It's so great to see the Latin community represented in the Dove Awards, and to see just all the interest that there is in Latin America and building up the church. So I am super excited, very happy, and very grateful.
Yeah, I'm super excited with you, very grateful. And with that being said, with you being here tonight, who are you most excited to see tonight?
Oh, I already saw Toby Mac in the rehearsal, and it's mind-blowing. So I'm excited to see him, Stephen Curtis Chapman, Amy Grant, the greats, Michael W. Smith. I saw the Gaithers earlier, so it's gonna be great.
Okay, awesome. So you are
Austin French. He's incredible. Yeah, I've been in the Spanish world, so I'm like getting back into the English world, and he blew my mind.
And so one of my colleagues had just asked this question, and I want to take it and steal it. So with this question being asked, why gospel music?
Well, there was a song that changed my life from Jimmy Needham when I was like 19 years old, and I was trying to do mainstream music, and I heard that song, and I realized that anything I would at that moment, I needed to do songs that were really coming out of my heart, and that was gospel music. That was music that exalted the name of Jesus overtly. So yeah, it was since then it was Jimmy Needham. Thank you for that song. Being Small. Love his music.
What's up, everybody? This is Kelly with Slick Music. How are you?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. For those who are not familiar with you, we already know. Well, they don't know, but you're a two-time Grammy winner. You work with Tori Kelly. Tell us about everything.
Man, it was a pleasure, man. I was able to work with her in person. Kirk Franklin called me in, and out in Dallas we flew her out. Man, it was a blessing. We was able to get in with her and do everything from scratch, man. She's awesome, man. So it was a great experience, man. Very honored to be there.
What brings you here tonight?
Man, we got the contemporary gospel nomination, album nomination. So I'm excited, man. Just waiting to see what happens. You know, we got 2 Grammys earlier this year off the album, so we're just waiting to see what happens tonight on that nomination.
One question I've been asking people all night is why gospel music? Like, why did you decide to produce gospel music versus any other genre?
For me, man, gospel music is my roots. You know, I grew up, I'm a preacher's kid. So I grew up in church. You know, my parents, they taught me right, you know, and that's all I've known. I'm playing drums since I was 5 years old. And then I started playing piano when I was about 11. So it was always in me, you know. And from there, I started producing music as a teenager. So it was always a natural thing and never really took any lessons. So I got to give it back to God, man. He gave it to me, so now I'm giving it back to him.
What's going on, you guys? I am here with Miss Sheri and Mr. Jeff Easter. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing wonderful. Good to be here.
You look amazing. What are you guys wearing tonight? Just so, just let us know.
To be honest with you, I came with 3 other men, and I'm the only one wearing yesterday's clothes.
Yesterday's clothes. Nothing's wrong with that, as long as it's washed.
I got LA Garment District. Whatever store. There you go.
That's it. So we are here at the GMA Dove Awards, and we are so excited to have you guys. And you guys are nominated for an award tonight. Let us know more about that award.
We actually were nominated for Bluegrass Country Song, for Wayfaring Stranger from our Sing It Again project. It was a song that I had loved as a child, and we did an entire project of songs that we had always wanted to record. So this is a particular song that kind of helped me through the passing of my mother last year. After a 16-year battle with Parkinson's and Lewy body dementia, she passed away. It was a difficult surrender, as she was sunshine. She actually traveled and sang gospel music for 58 years as the Lewis family. Then Jeff's family is the Easter Brothers, and they've traveled and sang, written wonderful gospel songs. So we come from a long line of loving gospel music.
That's amazing. When speaking of gospel music, we are here at the Dove Awards. And so, who are you guys most excited to see tonight?
Oh, go ahead, tell me.
I'm loving me some Lauren Daigle, y'all. Love her album.
Mercy me.
I cannot wait to see her either. I love me some Lauren Daigle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so exciting. So I got one trivia question. My colleague asked this question, and I want to ask you guys this question, okay? Why did today and this time, okay? Why gospel music?
Oh, I fell in love with Jesus when I was 11 years old, and I've never wanted to sing any other kind of music.
Just very encouraging. Loving people and loving God and just being able to sing about it to encourage someone.
Jonathan McReynolds.
Bro, how you feeling, man?
Pretty good. So you're nominated, you're performing this year. Tell us a little about that.
I'm excited, man. Always. It's always a blessing to be here. All the diversity, all of the incredible legacy that's here. I'm always hyped to, leave my impression, my little testimony in it. So tonight we're going to do Not Lucky I'm Loved and have a little party. Yep.
Great. How did that song even come about? I don't think I ever asked you that. Because that song is playing like crazy on radio.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It was the first #1 I ever had. And so the only #1 I've ever had so far, which is dope. But no, I wrote it honestly. Don't judge me, but at some certain point, I did have some lucky underwear. First couple years of my career, had some lucky underwear, and every time I wore them, the show was great, the meeting was good, whatever. And I just one day had to check myself. Most of my music is me checking myself and remind myself that luck doesn't have any room for credit in this business. It's all about God's love for us.
One question I've been asking everybody, especially when you have an artist that's just a vocal beast like yourself, why gospel music?
This is the only kingdom I feel like representing, man. It's the only one that I feel like has significance. It's always what I wanted to do. I don't lead with music. I don't lead with vocals. I always lead with message. That's always been what I've been about. And so this is the only thing I want to talk about. Yep.
What else is new for you? I think you just finished the tour. Do you have anything else coming up?
Yeah, we're working on some new music, man. Of course, there's some things that I can't announce yet that's coming back up or new season of or whatever, but we'll see what happens, man. Y'all just listen.
Even though you kind of gave us some hints, but
no hints. I don't know what you're talking about.
With a legend in gospel music, Bishop Leonard Scott, how are you?
Man, there's excitement in there. I tell you, it's wonderful being here. And
what are you most interested in saying tonight at the 50th?
Well, this is my first nomination as an artist, nominated for the traditional gospel album of the year. They've already had that category, so I know I didn't win it. Hallelujah. Donald Lawrence won that category, but it's just after 40-something years, man, to be nominated for a dub is humbling, you know. And yeah,
You talking about 40-something years, and Ty Scott, you guys just celebrated how many years?
40. We started in '76. It's 43 years. 43.
To be a beacon to, with the label and the distribution, what was your vision then and what is your vision now?
Well, the vision back then was to just have actually a label for artists that the major record companies weren't interested in, to have a vehicle. And we've kind of grown, since then, and things have changed so much, man. Back then it was the big albums, We've gone through the cassette tapes and yeah, right. And now it's like physical product is almost gone, it's not even download anymore. Now streaming, and so that has changed the landscape tremendously of where of how people get music, basically. And so we're seeing that we're going to do some things a little different. People are into visuals, so we're looking at movies and those kind of things.
What's going on, you guys? I am standing here to the lovely Mr. Josh Wilson. How are you tonight?
Doing so good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so glad to see you, man. So what's going on? How you feeling tonight? You're here at the Dub Awards. What's going through your head?
Well, I'm actually just really excited to enjoy the show. I was already at the pre-telecast and hung out in there, and that show was already awesome. And if that's just a taste of what's to come, it's going to be a great night. 50th anniversary, a good night to be here. Really honored.
Yes. So you was a presenter at the pre-show earlier, and you are on the number 34 on the charts for OK. Tell us more about that.
Well, so the song is called Okay, and the whole idea is we can bring our whole selves to Jesus. We don't have to clean up our act. We don't have to be perfect or have it all together. The song says it's okay not to be okay. And the whole idea is that you bring your whole self to Jesus. He doesn't leave us where we are, but he takes us wherever we are. And I've always just been a big fan of being as honest and vulnerable as I can in my music. And honestly, it's a song that's just boasting in my weakness and in the strength of Christ.
That's amazing. And before I let you go, I know you got a whole lot of more interviews to do. What is the fuel behind your music and gospel?
I've like I said, I've tried to be honest in my writing, and my whole life I have been wrestling with what it means to be a follower of Jesus. And there's been stumbles along the way. There's been highs and lows, valleys and mountains, and through it all, Christ has been my strength. And so that's definitely the glue that holds it all together for me.
What's up, everybody? Here with the one and only KCJ. How are you?
I am well. How are you, cutie?
Pretty good. So how does it feel? You was nominated this year. You released new music this year. You did everything this year. Tell us about that.
Not quite everything. Of course, the new record, The Gathering, is out. And tonight we were nominated for one of my favorite songs, If God, off of that record. And for me, I tell people all the time, I was a Christian and gospel music listener before I was ever an artist. So I am a recipient of the goodness of this type of music. So to be a part of it and celebrate it is amazing.
One question I've been asking people, and I guess it's kind of twofold for you, because what a lot of people know and don't know is that you was once a teacher.
I was.
And now now you're doing gospel. Why gospel? How was that transition?
I think honestly, and it sounds really cliche, when you allow God to genuinely order your steps, he presents you with things you don't even know to pray for. So 5 years ago, I couldn't have said, I want to be a gospel artist. That wasn't my intention, but it was his. And so for me, the gift has really just been obedience. And he's exceeded my whole imagination with that. Yeah.
What's next for you?
For me, one thing I'm super passionate about is taking worship to non-traditional spaces. So we're doing pop-up worship in local parks and neighborhoods. And also I'm becoming increasingly passionate about the intersection of faith and wellness. So we're starting an initiative with that called Sozo Wellness.
Greg Cox, how are you?
Hey, man, doing good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. How do you feel about being here tonight?
Oh, man, it's an honor. It's huge. It's huge. Big Bro's let me touch the stage with him, and it's great. Yeah.
Your big bro is Kirk Franklin. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Big Bro's Kirk Franklin. We've established a relationship now. We have a new song called Strong God on his new album, Long Live Love. And, it's been incredible. We did the Long Live Love tour together. So, it's been a great ride so far.
Great. You're performing. Tell us a little bit about the music and why you chose gospel music.
Well, I just love music in general. And I feel like just the path chose me, which led me to just doing music in general. I'm actually a music director at a church.
Okay.
So it just flowed naturally. My relationship with God kind of came later. And then after that, just being inspired by life and my relationship with God, I make music from that. So it's fun. It's fun, and it feels natural to me, Yeah.
What's going on, you guys? I am standing next to awesome Paul
Cardall.
Everybody. So, listen. So that I like your name. I like your last name. It has a great ring to it.
My parents wanted to rhyme. Paul Cardall. It's a tongue twister. Say it 5 times real fast.
Listen. So we are here at the Dub Awards. What's going through your head? Who are you excited to see?
Oh my gosh, Lauren Daigle, of course.
Everybody was excited to see Lauren Daigle.
God has set that girl on fire. Zach Williams, Mercy Me, CeCe Winans. CeCe was on my Christmas album, so it'll be good to see her again, yeah.
Speaking of album, you are nominated this year for what?
Instrumental Album of the Year.
I love a good instrumental. So tell me, what was the inspiration behind the instrumental?
I wanted to take people back to the heart of Christmas, and we did it in a way because my audience, we're in 160 countries, and a lot of those do not have any Christianity. So because there's no lyrics, we're able to give people that feeling of a God experience. And so people of all faiths are listening, and it's been a beautiful thing to take that story and let individuals decide how they want to feel or what they want to think about it.
We are here with the choir master himself, Donald Lawrence.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Pretty good. How does it feel to be here at the 50th?
It feels great. It feels kind of like a reunion. So I hadn't, when you kind of stay in and work, and you don't really get to see everybody. When you come out to things like this, you kind of get to see everybody. So I always say it feels like a family reunion.
Gosha, tell us about that.
Goshen was a project. Actually, this guy right here co-wrote it. He actually inspired me to do that to title the album that. This is Jermaine Dabney. Goshen, it's a theatrical journey. It's kind of like an audio visual journey, and it's something I plan to put to stage to dance theater, and I'm working on that now. Actually, yeah, I'm working on that now. So it's fun. It's being very artistic and being me, how I do things. But it was really a lot of fun to do it. Shout out to RCA for just letting me do art and not making me have to follow a particular format or anything like that. So I really, really enjoyed working on this particular project, and then getting the choir back together because we hadn't sung together in 12 years. And the first time I got them back together was when we went in the studio to record the first song.
And I was about to ask you, when can we expect that new project?
Oh yeah, it's out. I mean, Goshen is out, but
with the reunion,
that was them. That was actually. Well, what I am thinking about doing is a live video of the album, because we did the album in the studio, and live takes on a different personality itself. So we may do a live video and turn that into a live recording just to extend the life of Goshen next year. We might do that.
One question I've been asking everyone, out of all genres of music that you could have done, and you studied pretty much all of them just about, why gospel music?
I think it was just my path, at least my path for right now. I see myself doing a little bit more musical theater in the future, but it was just my path. It was what I was supposed to do. It presented itself, and it presented itself without, pretty seamlessly. So I think you pay attention to things like that, and you just move forward, and then it opens the doors for you to do other things, and that's really very much what it's been doing for me.
uGospel.com, we are here with Travis Greene, my big brother. Even though we kind of like the same age, but you older than me by a few months, so you my big brother.
Yeah, man. I'm here, man. You looking good. Got on the shoes.
Thank
killing
you.
the game. This is great, man. The energy is fun out here. I'm loving it.
Great. What's new for you?
Oh, man. New album, November 1st. Broken record. I'm pumped about it. Can't wait to release it. And this is the 4th national release, so I'm pumped about it.
One question I've been asking everyone is, why gospel music? Why did you decide to do gospel music?
Man, that's a good question. I don't think I chose it. I think it chose me. Gospel music was like oxygen in our home, man. So it was all around us. It was undeniable, unavoidable. And so it was just kind of a part of it. And I always just had a passion for it. And I told God that if he blessed me to be able to do music, I'd only do it for him. So, yeah.
Now, real quick, if you can tell us about Broken Records, and what is that about?
Oh man, it's a record for broken people, you know, and pastoring at Forest City Church in Columbia, I've come to recognize that God is not intimidated by our state of brokenness. He's drawn to it. It's an opportunity for him to prove his power and his strength, and that's what this album is about. It's saying, yo, we're nothing, you're everything, but through you, all things are possible.
Tell us about what's new with you. New album, new book.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I got a brand new CD came out. It's called Isolation. 10 brand new songs of praise and worship. And if you love I'll Bless the Lord, the presence of the Lord, you're going to love this one too, because it's got a lot of up-tempo, a lot of great worship songs. And then I wrote a new book called I Do, which deals with the marriage between the pastor and the music minister, because they conflict all around that I go to. There's so much misunderstandings and I think disrespect and disregard. And I just show how we can come together and have an incredible unit to give God's people the best when we serve them.
So with the state of gospel music, it's definitely changing. What advice would you give to artists that want to enter into the gospel music industry but don't know how because of the changes?
You better know, and you really want to do this, because there will be a lot of doors that could potentially be closed in your face. But when you know that your calling is sure and God called you to do something, no matter who says no, remember, there's going to be someone that God's going to open the door and say yes. But you got to learn the business and be ready to walk through the door when God opens it for you.
And kind of can back into what your book and album. It comes out when?
The album is already out. The book is already out. You get the book on Amazon, and you can get the new album anywhere you stream music. Or if you're like me, I still buy music. You can go on iTunes, or you can go to the store. There are even some CDs that are still out there. So.
Tight, already.
You the man, bro. Good to see you.
You as well. So what brings you here to Nashville?
Definitely, I ministered last night at Root Magazine's celebration of CeCe Winers. They gave her a Lifetime Achievement Award. I was honored to be a guest on that wonderful, wonderful program. And today I presented at the pre-show at the 50th Annual Dove Awards. And now I'm looking forward to sit back, relaxing, and listening to some wonderful gospel music.
Also, this year you released album.
Absolutely, album. Absolutely, made a 10th. It debuted. Definitely made a 10th as the top-selling album on gospel billboards, and the Lord has blessed it to trend and keep trending amongst the gospel greats. And I'm truly excited about what the Lord is doing in my life.
One last question: why gospel music?
Gospel music is what I grew up on. My father asked the Lord Jesus Christ to bless him with some singers. He's a preacher, and so why not stick with what God has given me and use it for him? So I definitely will continue to use it for his honor and glory.
uGospel.com. We are here at the 50th Annual Dove Awards with Tasha, Cobbs, and Anna. Golden, a new face that you guys should be looking forward to seeing. How are you feeling, Tasha?
I'm feeling great. It's a little warm with these lights, but I'm feeling real good. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Working as always.
As always, but you work hard and it is working. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So tell us what's new with you.
Well, of course, we have Anna Golden here, and Anna's going to be my first artist, releasing in 2020. She is one of my favorite worship leaders. Her voice is incredible. She has so much to say, and I cannot wait for the world to hear her voice. So Anna's with us tonight. We're just hanging out. We have 3 nominations tonight, and we've already won one, which was, Gospel Worship Art Album tonight for Heart Passion Pursuit Live. So that's exciting. Yeah.
Anna, tell us a little bit about you and what can we expect from your music ministry?
So I'll be coming out early 2020. It's just worship stuff that you can also bump in the car, just stuff to get you to the Holy of Holies, but also that you can listen to when you're just wanting to feel encouraged. And I'm so excited to be here. It's my first dub, so I'm here with Tasha, so I'm excited.
Great. Now, one quick trick question for both of you guys. Why gospel music?
Oh my God, you know what? I was just talking to someone the other day. The music that we get to sing is one of the only genres of music that's about something bigger than yourself. We get to sing about a God who can do something that we can't do for ourselves, and that is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I would piggyback on that and say that what I love about Christian gospel music is none of the attention is about us, and at the end of the day, it's all reflecting glory back onto God, so that's what I
What's going on, you guys? I am standing next to awesome Paul
Cardall,
everybody. So, listen. So that I like your name. I like your last name. It has a great ring to it.
My parents wanted to rhyme. Paul Cardall. It's a tongue twister. Say it 5 times real fast.
Listen. So we are here at the Dove Awards. What's going through your head? Who are you excited to see?
Oh my gosh, Lauren Daigle, of course.
Everybody was excited to see Lauren Daigle.
God has set that girl on fire. Zach Williams, Mercy Me, CeCe Winans. CeCe was on my Christmas album, so it'll be good to see her again, yeah.
Speaking of album, you are nominated this year for what?
Instrumental Album of the Year.
I love a good instrumental. So tell me, what was the inspiration behind the instrumental?
I wanted to take people back to the heart of Christmas, and we did it in a way because my audience, we're in 160 countries, and a lot of those do not have any Christianity. So because there's no lyrics, we're able to give people that feeling of a God experience. And so people of all faiths are listening, and it's been a beautiful thing to take that story and let individuals decide how they want to feel or what they want to think about it.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations to you. I'm so excited, and I really do appreciate you stopping by. I know you got to get to the show. I know you got to talk to everybody else. Thank you so much.
uGospel.com. We are here at the 50th Annual Dove Awards with Will McMillan. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing real good.
How did you feel about being here? This is your first time here?
Absolute first time, and it's really good to see like all of my heroes, people I've looked up to forever. You know, it's just really inspiring, man.
Tell us about the new single.
The new single I'm working on right now. It's gonna come out in January. I can't really reveal what it is now. I'm working on a few, so I gotta pick out of it. But new music is coming really soon.
Out of all the genres of music that you could have done, why gospel?
Because this is what we were created to do. We were created to worship God and tell as many people in the world about Him as we could. So, what other way to do it than the way that you were created to do? Like music is how I express. So there's no better way that I could do it personally.
Now, if you could express your music ministry to someone, what would you say?
I'll say I'm very, very transparent. I believe I am a worshiper. At the same time, I want people to hear really my story. Technically, that's really what my record is, but that's the title of my record. But I want people to hear my story, through music. Because you never know what the next person is going through. And it's through my testimony, the Bible even says through the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony is how we're overcomers. So, in the nutshell, that's what it is.
Guys, I'm standing next to the awesome Aaron Cole. How are you tonight, man?
What's up, man? Good. How are you?
I'm good. So listen, it's an exciting night for you. Tell about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm nominated for Best New Artist. I'm performing on the highlight stage, so it's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be dope. Yeah.
You're nominated and you're performing? It don't get no better than that, man. You got God on your side. You got favor.
Yeah.
It ain't. It got you where you need to be, man. I'm happy for you, man. So you are here, your first time here, your first time being nominated for an award. What's all going through your head? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm just grateful, bro. I'm grateful, like, all the hard work is paying off. Like, it just feels like everything's falling into place. I just dropped my first debut album, and, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Best New Artist. It's dope. Everything's falling into place, moving right along. So I'm just grateful, bro. For real.
That's awesome. So I know you got to get to all your other interviews and all that good stuff. So answer one question for me. In this gospel industry, why do you do gospel music?
Yeah, I think me just doing music is just like it spills out of like how it is in my life, and I just keep God first in my life. But in my music, I talk about real life struggles. I talk about things that I go through just in a way that is pointing back to God and how He's brought me out of those things. And so yeah, I think just like anybody else, it just flows out of my music. So yeah.
That's so awesome. Congratulations once again to Aaron Cole. He's nominated for New Artist of the Year, and he's performing. It doesn't get any better than that. Aaron Cole, you guys keep it locked.
uGospel.com. We are here with Tyler Little. How are you?
I'm good, man.
We always clown.
This is my brother. I'm good, bro. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How's life?
Man, all is well, man. It's raising my son and lifting up the name of Jesus. That's really it for me, Yes, I do.
Hey, tell us about that.
Man, just really hitting it hard. My palate's changing the older I get, so certain things I would let go in the studio. It's like I've been really, really harping on and really trying to get a specific sound, a specific frequency, I really want to release something in the earth that's never been heard before, never been, recognized before. I really want to make Jesus famous and make Jesus big, but I got to do it my way, So I've been a bit picky, and I know y'all been waiting, but the best is yet to come, man. Just stay tuned. Give me a little more time, and it'll be out soon.
One last question. Why gospel music?
I ain't good at nothing else. Man, I owe God my life, man. like I said earlier a few minutes ago in another interview, just me being out of Chicago, I had never been outside of 290. You know what I'm saying? And I was proud of that. So for me to end up here and God taking me out of a comfort zone and showing me just what he can do and how he can do it, man, it's nothing short of amazing. I owe God so much. I could have been just like so many other my counterparts, dead, in jail, selling drugs, doing this, doing that, and God had different plans for me. And the minute I gave him my yes, that's the minute I took off, you know. So I owe God so much, man. I can't picture doing nothing else. I can't even picture myself doing nothing else.
What's going on, you guys? I'm standing to the awesome people. You are actually nominated for the 50th Annual Dove Awards. Tell us your name.
My name's Andy Allamani.
Samuel Ashe.
Listen, these guys are nominated for. Tell them what you're nominated for.
Yeah, it's a Latin worship album of the year, right?
Spanish language album of the year, yeah.
Y'all sing a Spanish song real quick? I'm playing. We got time. So you got the awesome producer. Listen, so with you guys being here at the Dove Awards, what is all going through your head, and who are you all excited to see tonight?
Oh my gosh, this is an amazing. We get to do this at the 50th anniversary, so we get to see going down memory lane for me, like Natalie Grant. You've got your Kirk. Who else you got up there?
Man, Kirk, I'm excited about. Who else? Stephen Curtis. I mean, there's a lot of classics. And also, look, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I feel like I gotta say this. 5 years ago, I was sleeping on the floor in a guest room of a friend's house. I decided to fully trust God, double down on the gift he gave me. And bro, we're here 5 years later, man. So just don't give up on whatever you're trying to pursue. Your breakthrough is right around the corner, man. It's important.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, listen, I to be honest with you, I'm the type I'm the introvert. I love music. I've been doing backgrounds for many years, and about 3 years ago, this man right here, he pushed me to come out with a single. We did a single, and then last year we released an EP towards the latter part of the year, and we got nominated for a Latin Grammy, and now we're here at the Doves. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
There's so many awesome. I like with the Dove Awards. I like the culture, how all genres collide into one. That is so amazing. We're all here for one reason, and that's just to lift up the name of Jesus. It's just that simple. You know, no color, none of that matters. You know. So with that being said, what fuels you guys' gospel music? What gives y'all the energy to do that?
My big thing.
Also, why? Why do you do it?
I feel like this generation, it's just times change. We understand that, but it's really hard. This generation, for me, I love doing pop music. I love connecting with all ages, all different genres, and to be honest with you, music is music, and it's a universal language. If we're able to convey a message of God, of hope, of love, that's what we want to do. That's what we've been doing for a long time.
Yeah. For me, I grew up in church. There was a time where I stepped away from church. I produced for a lot of different secular artists. And then I think in the past year, God started tugging at my heart that I need to come back and give to this community and do what we do with excellence, man. There's no reason why the Christian genre should be less than the other genre. Yeah.
Sure y'all not preachers? Y'all want to, get ordained? Man, you got cash apps? Jeez. Well, thank you guys so much, and I wish you guys the best. Congratulations on many nominations soon to come, okay? And I'm going to just get you to say your name for the camera. Let them know who you guys are, and where can we find you?
Yeah, man, my name's Andy Allamani. I'm on all digital platforms, social media, Instagram, Twitter. If you like my videos, go check it out on YouTube. I think you might like them.
Awesome. Samuel Ashe, producer, songwriter, _ Samuel Ashe.
Well, there you guys have it. Jason Nelson, how are you?
I'm great. No complaints at all. Other than the heat, we good.
So
I got to keep a towel because I'm one of the sweating saints.
Right? Me too. You're nominated this year, and you're performing.
No, I'm just nominated.
Nominated? Okay. Tell us about that.
My first time being Dove nominated, so I'm ecstatic. That has really, it's a level of appreciation that comes with that I've, it's been elusive. Not that you require that for success, but it's, this is like a real marker for me. So I'm really excited to be here.
Your last single, tell us a little bit about that and how that translates to your life.
Forever. It's a love song from God to us, but it has translated into the wedding song of the year, sort of. So it's been really weird to kind of toggle between, this is hey baby, listen to this song, this is great, versus lift your hands and worship God.
Exactly, that's a big difference.
It's been a really, really interesting transition, but people really, really love the song, and I'm grateful that my wife, who is really the progenitor of the song, she came up with that melody, and that melody sings, and people all around the country, around the world, really are singing forever. I'm grateful, man.
Now, one question I've been asking everyone: why gospel music? Why did you decide to do gospel music?
Why not? What else? For me, what else? And it's not that I don't like other genres and listen to it and sing it every now and then, but for me, this is the genre that is at my heart. It's my core. It's how I'm built. It's how I'm wired. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
uGospel.com, your boy Khalif Towns here at the 50th Annual Dove Awards, standing next to the one and only. Nobody like you guys. Miranda Curtis, how are you?
I'm well.
How does it feel to be here? You're nominated this year. You just kind of blew out the water with your last project. Tell us a little bit about everything.
Oh, this year will be my second year attending, first year nominated, and I'm just excited that I'm here with my peers. I'm a fan of everyone, and I'm glad that Open Heaven opened doors actually as well, and so I'm glad that people were and still is blessed by it.
I was in the Bahamas for Bishop Neil Ellis's conference, and you literally set that place on fire. The whole set, everything was amazing. And I said that to say, when you put these songs together, were you expecting them to flow the way that they did, one into the other?
No. I just have my ears open, and I never expected them to flow like that. Just being obedient. Yeah.
One question I've been asking everyone: out of all genres of music that you could have done, why gospel music?
Because he's the gift giver, and I felt that it was important to use that to bring glory, to the kingdom of God. Yeah.
What's new for you?
What's new for me? My Responsible Worship Clinic that's coming up in Toronto, Canada, where I will also be having my live recording.
We are here with Torin here at the 50th Annual Dove Awards. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. It's a little hot out here, but I'm all right. Yeah.
How does it feel to be here? You're nominated, you're presenting. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's amazing. This is such a cool night. You establish so many connections with people within this industry. So to get them all in one place at one time, catching up, telling stories, sharing laughs, it's really a special night.
Tell us a little bit about the project that got you the nomination.
Hills and Valleys was an album I put out in 2017, and God just breathed on it in a special way, created some amazing opportunities, and so tonight we're celebrating the album, and we're celebrating the song Known being nominated for Song of the Year. So,
one question I've been asking everyone: out of any genre of music that you could have done, why gospel music?
Well, I don't think I specifically picked gospel or Christian music. It was just the authentic expression of my values and what's most important to me. And so there happens to be a lane for that. So I'm just grateful to be a part and to be able to write songs that I feel like add real value to people's lives. I think a lot of times people use music as a way of escape, but the music that we create really allows people to enter into their real life with real faith and hope and live a life that they didn't think was possible.